What's up everybody, it's JR here, the driveway engineer, and today I'm going to be working on sanding and prepping my C10 doors for paint. So let's get started. See over here, I already got this one going. I'll show you how to do it on the other door, but I pulled everything, the mirror, the door latch and all that. It was kind of a debacle. I've seen some other videos where they don't really truly go into detail, and I see why. Sorry about that. Let me heave this thing up here and we'll show you what it takes. Now this door here is full of crap, for one thing. But for another thing, it's not original to my truck. Which I know because A, it's brown, and B, it had the Dumbo mirrors on it. And my factory original door over here, the driver's door, which has the GM manufacturer tag in it, still matches the truck. And this door, well, it doesn't have a tag, but it doesn't tell you anything. But mainly the door and the color, this brown color. I don't know if it's showing up, but it's a brown door. Dark brown, chocolate brown. Chocolate rain. You get the idea. This door is also full of crap. But so I'm gonna have to weld these holes shut today. I think I'm just gonna not have a mirror on the passenger side. I don't know, a bunch of them came like that. It wasn't a big deal, so I'll probably do that. The biggest problem that I had with this was pulling this door handle, which isn't too hard. You know, you pull this screw, you pull this screw, it comes out, right? Well, up inside there, let's go deep. Woo! Up inside there, hopefully you guys can see that, there's a clip on that little rod. Once I get done making you seasick, there's a clip on that little rod that you got to get off in order to be able to drop the door handle out. So what I wound up doing was pulling the window rail, because the glass isn't in this door. So I pulled the window slide on the side, door handle off. Well, it's kind of crappy anyway, and I pulled the jam and everything all at once, which made it easier to get to that clip. So let me show you. Now I'm going to start with pulling the jam this time around. It's just these 3 Phillips screws. Shouldn't be a big deal, but you know how these things go. Right when you think something's not a big deal, bam, you can't get anything done. But my other one came right out, so I have faith that this one will too. So let's give it a whirl. Now when you're doing these, I mean, clearly Phillips head screws aren't the best thing in the world. I push inward like really hard while I'm turning it. and been able to do it so far without stripping any. We'll see. Looks like that one's going to be problematic. Of course, that would be the one that I'm doing the video on. Alright, I'm going to need help. Come on, Peanut. Hello? There's no help. So I'll have to get creative. Alright, well, I can't find help, so somehow I'm going to have to get creative. There we go. It's a miracle. A YouTube miracle. To pull that window track, you need to pull this screw and this screw. Then you can pull the window guide out. And if you don't pull the window guide out, you can't manipulate the lock cylinder the way you need to. And then this screw or bolt and that bolt right there are for the door handle. The three for the inside door handle are fairly obvious, I think. And all that's left now is the lock cylinder. See if I can manipulate this. Or at least shove it out of my way there. That'll work too. On that lock cylinder clip, this thing right here. The other side I was able to just rip it off. Apparently that's not going to work on this side. I'm going to grab some channel locks. Right here, just grab this tab and yank. Like I said, on the other side I was able to literally just manhandle it off. At that point, now in order, trick number one is to get there we go. To get this door handle off, trick number one is you got to push the button. If you don't push the button, there's that little tab right there. and that allows it to drop out. So you have to, of course mine's seized up or some nonsense. Why would it be? There, once you push the button, see that locking tab? I guess you probably don't. That locking tab drops down. Then the whole thing can come out. At this point you can probably effectively mask the door and paint it if you wanted to. I personally would like to do a little better job, so I'm going to try to drop you guys right down in the door. Hopefully that works out. Hopefully it's not all wavy and stupid when I edit it. And you will probably never hear this audio unless I forget to edit it out, which is entirely possible. This little clip right here is the biggest pain in the butt to get off. And on the other side, I found that if I push this and hold this just right, it wraps around the back side. So I found that, see, it digs into a hole right here that you can't see, but I can, and then it pinches around the back side like that. So you just have to get in here any way you can. There, you see I've started to walk it off. And there it goes. Now, pop that rod out, and the door handle comes out. Obviously, I'm going to have to replace those clips. No big deal, right? At this point, you should be able to pull the entire latch out. You see mine's a scuzzy, stupid, dirty mess. And I'll be cleaning it up, but not today. Pull your guide out, window guide out. And you set the whole thing aside. There's some felts and there's a bunch of dirt in there. Latch cylinder. Some of the stuff's going to get painted and some of it's going to get replaced. The latch cylinders will probably get replaced. The door handles are probably not going to get replaced.